Welcome to this week's podcast. This is Celeste. Today is June 1st, and we're back at the Beauty Business Mindset podcast. I'm so excited to have you back. Welcome. And we're going to be talking about the power of having under 10,000 followers. I know right now, this is a whole thing and everything is changing on social and how we are online and digital presence. And we're gonna cover three things very quickly today. Number one, what's an online presence? Number two, what's your digital presence? And number three, the power of having small following and moving past that limiting belief. And more than just words. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. And hopefully by for sure by the first week of August, I will be sharing with you guys the amazing opportunity I have coming up. And it's an amazing example for you guys to also see that we can do it. We are powerful in our small numbers. We are powerful by using our voice. So let's get started. Number one, what's your online presence? So that means when I Google your business name or your salon name or however you want to be known online, what comes up? That's online if I can find anything. So whether it's social media, it doesn't matter if it's Facebook, Pinterest, your blog, that's social, that's your online presence. Videos that you've put up, that's online presence. If you've been in a magazine, in a newspaper, your podcast, whatever it is, anything that has your online presence that comes up, your business, all that stuff, that has to do with your online presence online when I research your name. So I want you to go to Google, research your name, see what comes up, what's good, what's bad. Just something to think about. Number two, your digital presence. Okay. Digital is something that I cannot, let's see. Okay, for the purpose of this podcast, this is how we're going to use digital because we can go in different ways with this. So for the purpose of this podcast only, and let me actually look this up for you guys. Okay, so the definition of digital is showing the time by means of displayed by digital hands, so pretty much like your time clock. It's just signals or data expressed in digits. That's what it says. Other people ask, what does digital really mean? It's any piece of technology that connects people and machines with each other or with information. So it's any piece of technology that you use that connects people or machines with each other or with information. So our phones would be a machine that we use to gather information to connect with other people. Our computer, those type of things. When we fill out forms online, right? Those are digital forms that we use to connect, to go back and forth between information. When we do video conferencing, that's a tool of technology that we use through our phone to connect with people, to share information, or to connect with one another. So that's how we're going to simplify that today for the purpose of this podcast. And the main purpose, the power of your small following. I'm doing this podcast because I really want to help you understand the importance of all of us, to have under 10,000 followers and to quit that limiting belief that we cannot do big things because our following is so small. There has been this since 2017, I got licensed. Okay, October 2017 is when I got my license. I've been licensed for 18, 19, 20, 21. In October of this year, it'll be 4 years, you guys. So in less than 3.5 years, I have been able to do all the things I've done. I'm not sharing that to brag about myself. I'm sharing that to let you know you can do it too, and it's not too late. To anybody that wants to build your beauty brand, your own brand, it is the most important asset you can have. Some people are barely starting to talk about it or see the influence of it. I have known this for years. I have used it for years. It is so important that you have a digital presence based on yourself if you want to be able to change and evolve it over time. When I came up with my name, Celeste the Stylist, It was a name because I knew I had to have something with my name that could morph into different things because it's the way I am. And also, number two, life is constantly changing and evolving. Okay, you guys know my hand issue. Okay, I need to evolve. Sometimes the evolving of things is necessarily come down to something that you choose. Sometimes it just happens. But being able to have a name that you keep going as you start moving and evolving your business is so important, because from the time that I have started to have my online presence and digital, whatever I've been published in, I have been able to keep that name along with me. And it keeps following me, which is awesome. And you can do the same way too. That's why I think having your name is important. That you use it throughout your business. If you want, and if I could go back to myself and tell myself what I know now, I'd be like, Celeste, use your legal name with your middle initial and call it a day, girl. Because then you can do anything and everything. I realized that's a little too late. My name is gone. And of course, Gonzalez is like the most used name. So we're not going to even go down that route for myself. But if you have a unique name or it's available, the domain is, like, buy it, use it. Don't worry so much. I think we all worry so much, like, oh my gosh, what's my business name? No, it's more important to have a digital presence. Just use the same name over and over. If you can't think about a business name, choose your name. If your name is unique, even better, because you can actually use your own name for your business, which is amazing. So why am I talking about all this today? Because there's this huge misconception, and I want to break this barrier. And we're going to be talking about this on my Instagram at Celeste the Stylist this week. We're going to be talking a lot about this. There's this misconception that because we have under 10,000 followers, or we have little followers, that we should just getting free products is enough, that we don't need to get paid for our expertise, that we don't need to get paid to talk about other products or be affiliates. And that, I am going to say, it's so wrong. Right now, it is, you guys, like, if you guys are listening today, is June 1st, 2021. And I am predicting this. And the next year, okay, because right now it's all about the macro influencers. Micro influencers is right now, which is everybody with over 10,000 followers. And the next year, it's going to go back into the nano influencers. And I know people put the influencer word as a bad word. An influencer, just if you don't like the word influencer, then use authority. You're a person of authority, okay? People come to you for your services. People come to you for advice. They see you as a authority figure in a certain subject. We are all in the business of this, okay? It doesn't matter if you don't want to be an educator or do nothing else. For people to come to your business, they have to see you as an authority figure. Even though I'm no longer behind the chair, the amount of DMs that I get for questions about different topics within beauty happens every day. The amount of DMs that I get still for appointments happens every day, even though I've posted and I share that I'm no longer behind the chair. Why am I sharing this with you guys, and why should you guys care? It's because it's so important that you position yourself as an authority in your industry, in your little niche, okay? Your little expertise and your little special little dot of what you do, your special sauce, your special salsa. Nobody is you. So what makes you unique? What can you be an authority for? And it was very interesting. Somebody told me that, like, yeah, it doesn't matter, like, what color hair you do. If you just blonde, people. I will respectfully disagree, because I think the specializing is very important. And if I was just to be like, I blonde everybody, that's not specializing. I blonde people, okay? But like, what kind of hair? Like, what kind of texture hair? All kinds of texture hair. Am I specialist with all texture hair? There's people that have specialized just in curly hair, or just in certain type of textures of hair. I'm not talking about color. I'm talking about textures. And when I go into why I talk about a lot about brunette blonding with my old business, was because brunettes have the misconceptions that they can be super hard to blonde, or super easy. They can be super easy to blonde as well, but it honestly just depends on the texture. It's not so much on the color, but I have learned that throughout the years. and through experience, hands-on experience, and, going through classes and education. Why does that matter? Because I knew that's too much of if you're not a hairstylist or you don't know anything about hair texture or color or any of those things, or how hair texture differs and all that, those things, those components, it would be overwhelming to anybody hear that. They'll be like, what the heck is that? But doing brunette, blonding specialist, makes sense. If I have darker color hair, she blondes girls with darker color hair, and she gets how it works. I could blonde any type of texture. It was just had to be like darker color hair, because I just wanted to specialize in that, because I will one day share with you guys why I decided to specialize there, and my horror story behind my blonding of my own hair, why I went that route. But I'm sharing all this information because if this girl with 2,700 followers, which I love and thank you for the love and support, I'm there to serve my community. I am here on this podcast to help you through my mistakes, through all the hard lessons I've learned, help you skip those steps and give you tools to be able to better your business and your brand online. You can do it. And I'm sharing this because I think it's so important that we stop getting taken advantage of. Right now in this industry, especially with social media and digital marketing, or, how you show up online, or how people can go online or on your phone or your computer using a device to research things. We, the little influencers that have, because we're considered little, and I do that in quotes, because we have under 10,000 followers, we're very powerful. We tend to have more engagement than people with larger followings. We can do more intimate connections and more intimate relationships with, our followers and our people. I'm on social to make real intimate connections and relationships. And by the way, guys, if I don't respond to DMs, make sure you resend them, because sometimes they go into a general or a different box on my Instagram and I don't see them. So make sure you send them or email me. Anyways, I really wanted to go back to just let you know that your online or digital presence, as we have gone, is so important. Don't allow big brands to shortcut you or diminish your value. And free product is not enough, you guys. It really is not. I know how exciting it is when we get a free box, and it's so exciting, but this is what happens. I'm going to give you an example of this, okay? There is this cupcake place. It is the best cupcakes ever. And they have the most beautiful displays and just, the essence and how they make you feel, the experience when you get the cupcake. And you just everybody wants that cupcake, okay? So you're trying to get in. There's a wait list to get into this cupcake place. And one day they decide, hey, I'm going to send you, I know where cupcakes are high in demand, but I have decided to send you this free cupcake. And if you just do a story on your, page, you can get it for free. So you're so excited because everybody wants it. And this big cupcake special is, exclusive place is going to mail it to you. So you say, yes, of course. You put it up. You start growing your, you start helping grow their business and their brands for free. Then it gets to the point where you know that you have a lot of power and you decide that you want to start charging for that. You have already diminished your value, and it's going to be so much more harder to be able to establish yourself to get paid than if you would have gone from the beginning, hey, is this a paid opportunity? How can we work together as a paid opportunity? Oh, no, not at this time. Okay, that's fine. I think at this time I'm going to have to pass, but let me know in the future if there's any paid opportunities. I would love to be a part of it. They are watching you. They run analytics. They know there's something that you have to bring to the table. They're not just giving you the cupcake just for the sakes of it. Same things, you guys, happen with big brands. They do have budgets of how much marketing they want to do for influencers or for authority figures. And you are an authority figure. You're an authority figure in your town. You're an authority figure in your special, little dot or niche or what you specialize in. You're an authority figure there. You're an authority person of influence with the people that you talk to, with your social media, with your business, okay? Every time you work with another company, you're diluting your authority, and you have to be super careful who you work to as well. Do their values align with yours? Do their branding and do their core beliefs align with your core beliefs and branding values? Because if they don't, I wouldn't be risking my, my digital, like proof on them. And it's okay to be respectfully thank you, but no thank you, or this is not the right time for me. Thank you so much for thinking of me. I really appreciate it. There's always polite ways to saying no. Saying no will get you more yeses, later on in life. And to end this podcast, I just want to end it with this. I am part of right now of 3 different coaching like group programs, which one of them's about to end in a couple weeks, and it's with this like high level like about live videos and marketing and branding, and I've been doing this since 2019 is the first time I joined, and I'm here for round 2 for this program, and I was talking to my coach, her name is Coach Glitter. You guys can look her up. And we were looking out there, we're doing our things. And it reminded me to be brave. Be brave to believe in yourself. Why not me too? Why not you too? So I want you to put your hand across your heart and say, me too. Me too. Me too. Because you can do great things too. And I decided to apply for this affiliate program for this amazing woman. She has an amazing business online, and she has been very inclusive. And even when I signed up with her last year during the pandemic, I love her inclusivity. I loved how she talked about all kinds of success stories from all walks of life and all races. And she has just done such a big movement in her business to really be inclusive of all, that I love that. And I wanted to be a part of her. And I wanted to be an affiliate of hers. And I actually got accepted for this next launch she's going to be having. And why am I sharing this with you? Because I want you to remember the importance and the impact that your brand has. Your brand, it doesn't have to be you. I have chosen to do it myself because I like to be on video. I like to share my voice. I like to share what I know. I like to help out people. So I'm like, I'm a good fit for that. But if you decide whether it's just a logo, or you decide somebody else, or you decide it to be your product, or you decide it to be a service because it's done in a certain way that is specialized in a certain way that nobody else can do. It's your way, your technique. That's fine too, but remember the power that you hold. Don't devalue yourself because maybe you have, quote unquote, a little followers, because there's under 10,000 followers that you have. Don't devalue your brand. Don't devalue your business. You are a person of business. You have all those people that follow you. And, for me, the numbers have never been power, like something that matters to me. What matters to me is the impact. How can I help each and every single one of the people that connect with me daily? How can I bring joy and happiness and be a service to you? That's why I'm here for. And I'm sharing this because I have seen so many big brands take advantage for so long of us little, like follower accounts that, we can just get them like this product. Yeah, we spend like maybe $10 on the shipping and everything, and we'll get shut out and we get additional business from them. Why? We deserve to get paid too. We are of value. We are of importance. And especially now after, we're still in the pandemic, but, this whole new businesses that have been rising, people are here to support the smaller businesses. Even for myself, I'm here to support smaller businesses because it's important to me. I want smaller businesses to thrive, to win. I am tired of supporting the bigger businesses that, just think about themselves. It was so unfair last year. Target was open. All the salons and small businesses were closed. The Target was allowed to be open. How is that fair? So I know for me, and part of my values of supporting my community and small businesses as myself, that is important to me. And I'm just sharing this because I think it's so important now more than ever, you guys. We're all in an even playing field now. Social media is changing. Whether we like it or not, that's part how we all communicate, how we all buy, okay? Instagram is changing. And I know slowly going down, but still should be on there. Facebook is changing. TikTok, YouTube, everybody's starting to change. There's Clubhouse, technology, everything's starting to change and evolve. And it's so important to have a strong digital online presence, and you can do it by just using your business name or your name. Just keep the same name cohesive, so when I go to research your business name or whatever name you decide to use, I can look at it and all your social proof comes up and be like, oh yeah, this girl's for reals, she has done this A, B, and C. And oh yeah, I can totally research this business and see that it is something legitimately. Because now more than ever, how many times will we choose what restaurant to go to based on Yelp, based on Google reviews? We base that more importance, or based on social proof, which social media or online presence or their websites, versus what our friend says it's good. And that is the honest truth, even for me. I didn't ever think it was going to get to this point, but I even trust more Google than I do Yelp. And I Google everything, and that's how I decide where to go on vacation, where hotels to stay, places to visit, different things. And I just think it's so important more now than ever, with everything changing, that we get on this as technology continues to grow, whether we like it or not, however we feel. It's just part of conducting business. But I'm going to end this episode with this final point. Remember, people do business with people. We are human beings. We want to feel connected, want to feel special. You are special. You are a human. You have a unique special sauce, your special self that you can give that nobody else can mimic, or nobody else can be you. And I know it sucks sometimes when you have this new brilliant idea and somebody copies you, or you hire somebody to help you with something and they take your idea and run with it and use it, and they have bigger influence than you. I know it sucks. Or they're the same level that you are and they run off with your idea and launch it to everybody before you do. I know it sucks. You know why? Because it has happened to me. But my success is inevitable. Your success is there for you, only for you, and nobody can take it away if you are just willing to put in the work. With everything, it's all about connecting with one another. Keep it personal, keep it real, and just show up consistently. Just like your friend, you always pretty much invite, who the top 5 people or top 10 people you're going to invite to a party based on who you text. Even for me, when it was my daughter's birthday, who the top first 10 people that I hang out with, okay, out of those, I wanted just the top 5 because we still can't super socialize because COVID. They're like, okay, only top 5, boom, there, they got invited. Same thing happens with our presence as businesses, as services, as connecting as humans. We want that connection, so utilize it. Super simple, very important. Do not undervalue the importance that you have for your business and online. So much love. Thank you so much. I would appreciate if you could leave me a review. I appreciate it with all my heart. Thank you for being a part of this. And I can't wait to share all the things that I continue to learn this next couple of weeks as I'm going through this new business coaching programs. All my love. Wishing you all the success. And I'll see you back here probably later on this week. Talk to you soon. Bye, love.